All right, welcome back to episode 52 of Off the Wall podcast. I'm Bobby, joined by Matt and Melo. We're here to talk some little free agency stuff. Few over a month into the postseason. No, it's not. Actually, just about a month into the off season. I'm sorry, not postseason. Um, it's about time we could talk about some free agent stuff, give our predictions officially on the podcast.
I mean, a month later, I think I'm starting to recover from the Phillies loss, but we don't have to dig up old wounds. We can just move on to the fact that Aaron Judge is not staying in New York.
Oh,
I'm gonna end the
Whoa.
podcast right. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for listening. No, but yeah, we didn't really miss anything. Nothing
No.
significant has happened. I mean, Jose Abreu just signed, what was that, a couple days ago, maybe, with the Astros. That was not very surprising. I mean, they needed a first baseman. They were obviously in on Rizzo, but that's gonna be a good bat for them.
I mean, yeah, but we knew they were in the first base market, so
Yeah. Moving on from Yuli Gurriel. But other than that, nothing has happened.
the
But hope,
stove is ice cold right now.
oh yeah, just waiting for those big fish to sign, and then once one of them signs, then I think that's when it's gonna go bananas. But how do you guys want to do this? You want to go through like top 10-ish free agents, talk about them a little bit, give some crazy hot takes probably. Someone's probably gonna say something crazy. Do our predictions that way.
yeah,
Yeah, why
makes
not?
sense.
All right. So we'll start. Mm, do we start with the big
Start
one?
at the top. Start at
Yeah.
the top, Bobby.
All right. Oh God.
There's
The
an
reigning,
MVP on the
the
market, Bob.
reigning AL MVP, the
Aaron
home
Judge,
run king in the American League.
the most home runs all time. No,
Yes.
no, I'm kidding. But yeah, Aaron Judge. So yeah, apparently he's a free agent. If you guys didn't know that by now.
Well, we've known that for like 2 seasons, so
Yeah. Um, but I mean, it's obviously between the Yankees and the Giants. I doubt a surprise team comes in out of nowhere.
stay away. Stay away
Dodgers.
from us. Do
No.
not
That's what I
do
thought.
not jump on that plane to come to LA. You can stay in San Francisco.
That's what I thought about no surprise teams in the Bryce Harper sweepstakes, and there are some rumors coming up a couple times. The Phillies, I don't think were a surprise team. I think the Phillies were considered an option, but Giants were an option too. But there were some rumors of surprise teams jumping in, and it was enough to scare me a little bit. So
Yeah. I mean, you guys know how I feel. I really do think that Judge is going to stay a Yankee just because of the backlash, everything that comes with it. Like, I really don't think, unless the Giants give him like 10 years, 400 million, like something stupid like that, I really don't think that the Yankees will let him go. They can't. And
Yeah, but at,
they
at what
can.
at what point is it though? Like, all right, like we get it. Like we raised you, we watched you grow up in front of our eyes. But at what point is it like,
let you go.
yeah, like that number's just too high, and
Oh,
we
yeah,
don't
yeah,
do,
no.
we don't do that here.
Yeah, no, I do think that there is a number that the Yankees wouldn't go to, and I wouldn't blame them if, like I said, if the Giant, like I'm just gonna stay consistent and throw out this number. Like if the Giants paid him 10 for 400, like I would be like, okay, that's fine. Like I actually wouldn't have a problem with that. But I think if the only two things are gonna happen, either Judge doesn't want to stay a Yankee, which is realistic, and he doesn't take that much money, like that much of a difference, or the Yankees just outbid the Giants and they keep him. It's kind of up to Judge, I think, and
Do
we'll
you
see how
think
much he really wants to stay in New York.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, is the general consensus he would like to stay if the money's similar?
I don't think anyone really knows other than
Okay.
him. I would, how could you know? Like, of course he's gonna, like during the season and stuff, he was like, "Oh, I want to stay a Yankee for life." Obviously, he's gonna say that. He's not gonna say, the opposite of that. He's not gonna say, "Yeah, I just can't wait to get out of here and go
I
home to San Francisco."
I mean, he was leaning the other way a lot during the season. At the All-Star break, he was saying a lot of things that were like,
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know
yeah,
if he
he did
wants to come
actually.
back.
But then at the end of the year, he also did say like he wants to stay Yankee for life. But again, we said this right before we started recording. I don't believe anything anyone says, whether it be judge, agents, insiders. It's all just the game. And I won't believe anything until it happens. And I've learned that the past few years, like hearing rumors and stuff, it's all strategic. Is that
I
too
mean,
loud? Do you guys hear that on the background? Okay, good. Never
no.
mind. Okay.
Yeah, it's obviously, like you said, it's a game. It's just trying to get either the Giants to pay more, the Yankees to pay more, Judge to expect less. Like, I mean, it all eventually works in somebody's favor. It's just a matter of who. Um, but I think isn't Barry Bonds the only other player to change teams after winning an MVP?
I'm not sure actually.
I believe that's what I heard. So he left Pittsburgh to go to San Francisco. So maybe that could be the trend. Head to
Yeah.
San Francisco after an MVP.
Yeah. And the Giants are doing everything they can to recruit him, getting Steph Curry involved. I think they were saying like former Giants player. I'm sure Barry Bonds was involved. I don't know. They're putting everything on the table. And realistically, like if he going home is something that guys do have an interest in. But I'm just gonna try and stay confident and say that he stays a Yankee.
And um, I'm glad you mentioned it. We all saw the video of when he was coming off of the airport or wherever he was, landing in San Francisco. With the camera, it very handled it very well. By the way, I'm sure he probably knew that was there.
I
But
oh yeah.
but I mean, listen, the Giants are doing what they're supposed to do. They're dangling the carrot.
Yeah.
They're doing. I mean, they were gonna do that anyways, but I hate to say it to you, Bobby, but if you're the Giants, it's like, listen, if you go 0 for 4, we're not gonna boo you. We
Yeah.
have one of the best fan bases in baseball. We play in a beautiful ballpark, and that
Home.
sucks for me to say. It's home
Eh,
for you because I'm a Dodger fan, but come home.
Yeah.
What we can treat you so much better than New York.
And you haven't won anything with the Yankees. Realistically, like I could see why he wouldn't want to go back to the Yankees. Like it's not an unrealistic thing. Why wouldn't you want to stay or why would you want to stay across the country away from your hometown? I assume his family lives in San Francisco or I don't know.
Somewhere in
But
the Bay Area,
yeah, I'm
probably.
sure. Like still, I don't know if they moved to New York, but whatever the case is, like
And I understand, like, when you're in New York City and you win, you become like a legend.
yeah.
But you can also do that in San Francisco. Look at what the Warriors have done with Steph Curry. I under,
Mm.
but come on, the Giants,
Yeah,
the
but the
San
thing
Francisco Giants.
yeah, I think it's different though. I think the Yankees are just like I think playing for the Yankees, you get so much more popularity no matter who you are. Like I think off the field stuff, I don't know the exact whatever, but he would probably make more money as a Yankee off the field, I think.
Yeah,
Probably.
should go to the
I mean,
Giants and find out.
there's a lot of marketability, like Melo's kind of saying though, that there's a lot that San Francisco and the Bay Area has to offer too,
Yeah.
though.
Oh no, it
But
definitely does. But I just think like you guys are gonna give me shit for like saying this, but like I think being a Yankee has like like the what's the word I'm trying to
allure.
look? Yeah, yeah, that and just the attention, media attention and everything being a Yankee, even though it's not the same anymore, like not winning championships, blah blah blah, I still think the Yankee allure, media, popularity, I think it's still there. I don't know. I don't know though.
100%. I
Yeah.
mean, you hear about it all the time in the NFL with the Cowboys,
Yeah.
and the Yankees are like the equivalent. I mean, they're not quote America's team, but they're still like the most popular fan base. So
Yeah.
there's definitely something to that.
Yeah. All right, so I want your guys' picks. I'm saying the Yankees. You guys are not, I think, but let's hear it.
Giants.
I think the longer this plays out, I think the more he goes back to the Yankees.
Interesting. I think he what do you call it? I think he signs next week.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
What about
Yeah.
give us a day?
7th,
Okay.
December 7th.
Okay.
Hmm.
Any specific reason? Or that's just what you're feeling?
We got a guest appearance, guys. What's
Oh
going
my
on?
God.
Hey.
What's going on? Hold on,
What's
let me
up?
take a picture.
Ask him.
What you just ask? What are you gonna ask?
Where's Judge?
Where's Judge
Judge
Where's
signing?
Judge going?
Where's Judge going?
Who's he signing with?
Giants.
Aaron Judge is gonna be a San Francisco Giant. All right? Take it easy.
There we go.
There
Smart
we
man.
go.
All right, quick cameo there from Perry. But
Yes.
yeah,
Friend of the show.
I guess I'm the only one who says the Yankees. Or maybe not. You think, Melo?
I
What's
think
your
the
official?
longer I think the longer this plays out, I think he's gonna be a Yankee. But I'm still sticky with the Giants. And I say it gets done. I'm gonna say it gets done the week before New Year's.
Interesting. So Christmas week,
Yeah, but
basically.
after Christmas.
Okay. On
So more
Christmas
like the
Day,
20th.
imagine.
Oh my God. You want to crush Bobby's Christmas? Sign with the
Oh,
Giants.
yeah. But all right. That's enough talking about Judge. Let's go to Melo's former shortstop.
Corey Seager.
No, not that one. Trey Turner. So apparently a report came out today that the Phillies are the favorite to sign Trey Turner.
Here we go.
But I also heard that like he's looking for 30 plus upwards of 30 million dollars a year. More than $30. More than $30 million a year.
Yeah,
That was
he's
hard to
getting
come
more
out.
than $30, but I personally I don't care how much the Phillies pay him because listen, we're already absolutely screwed cap wise with like Harper, Castellanos, Schwarber. I mean, after like I hate to say this, but like in 5 to 10 years, the Phillies probably won't be in too great of a spot just
Oh, yeah,
because
no.
of the way their farm is right now and who they have as their GM, Dombrowski. So bring him on now while the window's open. While we got all these players here and they're relatively young, they're in their prime still. So I don't care what you pay him, frankly, because I think it's worth it. He hasn't really had like a bad season. He's, in my opinion, he's probably the best shortstop in the league. But
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. You can have him. You can have him.
I'll take him.
Go ahead. You guys want to overpay? Go right ahead.
But Melo, would you be okay with not signing a major shortstop? Like out of the four? If you lost Trey, would you be okay with the Dodgers going in with Gavin Lux? Would that be the starting shortstop? Would he be the starting shortstop
He
next year?
probably would be.
Would you be okay with that?
Eh, I wouldn't be thrilled, but I can live with it.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't want to see him anywhere near the outfield again. So shortstop, but I mean, I obviously the Dodgers are gonna kick the tires. They're gonna kick the tires with Correa. Maybe Bogarts, we'll see, but that's a big number for Trey. He's a great player, and I really enjoyed him with the Dodgers. But I mean, the Dodgers too. They don't do this. They don't re-sign big guys like this. They just let him go.
Yeah,
Let some other team give him what he wants.
exactly.
He can join the Phillies in playing bad defense. So
Hey, I mean,
He would be enough.
that was a cheap shot.
I'm sorry.
He's decent. He's all right at defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the biggest play of the season in game 2, he couldn't turn a double play. So,
That's fair.
and he dropped a little fly ball in shallow left field in game 4. So
He fits right in.
yeah, knowing Trey Turner, he'll go to the Phillies, and then he'll figure it out, have a monster postseason, and win with the Phillies. Because that's how it always works when Dodger players leave and go
Matt
somewhere.
wouldn't hate that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
I
not Matt.
mean,
What?
But
give me all the former national great players. So
yeah, there you go.
I think
I
people forget that he actually won. That
yeah,
he. I
yeah,
mean, I know like if you go back and look at his numbers in that postseason in 2019, he was not very good, but people forget that he was a starting shortstop for a World Series champion team.
exactly. Um, I mean, I know Matt's gonna agree with me. I'm gonna say he goes to the Phillies. I think they give him the check. Huge number. I don't know what, but it's gonna be a big number. He's gonna be the Philly shortstop next season. Matt, do you agree? I think you're gonna say yes.
oh, 100%. Yeah, it makes sense for Dombrowski. If it's not Turner, though, it'll be Xander. I bet. Just the connection there
The
with
reunion.
Dombrowski.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would make sense. But I think Trey Turner's their first priority.
Okay.
And he'll be
Um,
cheaper too, right, Bogarts?
yeah.
I would think so. Yeah.
Melo, what do you think in Trey? Where's Trey wind up?
Phillies. It's pretty obvious at this point. I'm surprised he doesn't have a Phillies jersey on already.
But is that like, do you think that is true? Like everyone is saying him to the Phillies. Like, why do you think that is?
East
S-
Coast. That's been the team he's been rumored to for like the past
Yeah.
year, maybe.
Yeah.
b- Between that and like somebody has to be putting it out there.
Oh yeah, no,
Like
for sure.
Trey Turner's never like denied it or anything.
No.
Not that he would come out and say, "No, I don't want to sign with the Phillies," because he'd
Right.
be losing a huge offer. But like, there has to be some truth to something there. And
Right.
like Melo said, East Coast is what he said.
Exactly. But they also, who was that recently? Was it Cole? No. There was someone that said, "Oh, he wouldn't want to go to the East Coast." And Scherzer, didn't Scherzer,
Yeah,
wasn't
I
the
think it was Scherzer.
whole thing with Scherzer that they're like, "Oh, he wants to stay on the West Coast." But money talks at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
hopefully,
the Padres wanted to trade for him, but they didn't want to sign him.
yeah. But yeah, whatever it was. But who do you want to go to next? You want to stick with the shortstops?
Makes
This is an
sense. Yeah.
interesting one, and I have no idea where I'm not confident with this pick. Correa. Like I feel like we don't hear any rumors about him.
I kind of feel like he's everybody's third option,
You
sort
think
of.
third?
Yeah,
I would say so. Yeah.
I'm with Matt on that one.
Behind Turner and Bogarts. Yeah.
Interesting. I don't think. I mean, he's definitely a better fielder than Bogarts. I would think he's the second option. He just doesn't get talked about. I don't know why. Like we don't hear anything regarding Carlos Correa, I feel. It's all Trey Turner. I haven't or the rumors that I have heard about Carlos Correa, they're all over the place. It seems like there's not a consistent thing.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why I'm just very lost with the whole Correa thing. But
I mean, he overplayed his hand last year,
yeah, for sure.
so I don't know, maybe baseball fans or people in the media are kind of tired of Correa. It's like, all right, dude, you're not getting $300 million. I don't know where do you think that number's coming from or what team's gonna give you that, but
Yeah. Like we posted our predictions already on Instagram, but when we put this out, like so many, um, I'm gonna say that he goes to the Dodgers, and so many people are like, "Oh, the Dodgers aren't gonna sign this cheater," blah blah blah. Like I don't think it matters anymore. I really don't think it would affect the Dodgers. If they could get a top shortstop in Carlos Correa, they're gonna do it.
and the only reason why they would I think the only reason why the Dodgers would not sign Carlos Correa is because those guys in the locker room say no.
Yeah,
Guys like Kershaw, guys like Justin Turner. I mean, those are like really the only two guys that are left from that team. But I
and
think those guys have some say in this. and they could easily go up to Andrew Friedman and say no.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I could see Correa going to the Dodgers. I don't know why, but I don't feel confident with that at all, but I think that's my pick.
I'm not sure any of us really feel 100% confident in our choices, but I've heard some things about the Cubs that there's some interest there. The Cubs were supposedly in on shortstops last season on Correa or Story last season. Um, they're they're a big market. They want to spend money. They're known to spend money. So looking to turn the corner, sign their guy, a franchise guy, and stop the rebuild. Like they're working the way out of the rebuild. It would make sense.
Yeah, I could see that for sure too. Melo, what do you think?
I just think the Dodgers are gonna pull the trigger on this. And listen, I wouldn't be upset.
Yeah,
Now, I'm not gonna come out and wave my pom poms. Hey, Carlos Correa, let's do it. Like, it'll take me a couple minutes to get used to seeing him in a Dodger uniform. And I can't stand, again, here we go again. I can't stand Dodger fans who are like, oh, we don't want that cheater on the team. Yes, you do.
he's one of he'll make your team better.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And it'll all go away when he comes out, he gets introduced in front of the sellout crowd on opening day, and he goes like 4 for 4 with like 2 doubles. And they're like, oh yeah, we love Carlos Correa.
yeah. And
I
not to
can't I
mention,
can't stand that.
I don't have the exact stats in front of me, but from personal experience, Melo, me and you could both attest to this, does pretty damn well in the postseason too.
He does, and he can give something to this Dodger team that I did not see in the 4 games that they were in the postseason. Energy,
Yeah.
juice. I did not see that.
Hmm.
The Dodgers are getting to this point, and they need to bring some of this is why I miss Kike Hernandez. This is why I miss Yasiel Puig. We're too corporate. We are too corporate right now. We have our ties on very tight. We're coming in suits every single day. It's like, can we just loosen it a little bit and have some fun? I
Yeah.
didn't see that last year, and I think Carlos Correa will definitely loosen up that locker room a little bit. Not too much, because we don't want to be like the Padres. They have too much fun.
I got a two-part or two questions here. One, how much do you think his last season hurt his marketability? Like people's interest. Are they seeing it as a like it was just a down year, or are they seeing it as a decline in production generally?
Well, I mean, he didn't really have a down year. He batted 29 he batted 291 last year.
Wasn't he
He
hurt though?
was
He had 22 home runs, 833 OPS. He played in 136 games.
okay.
I mean,
They did better
it
than I thought they did
but
then.
he was no, but I think part of it was because he was in Minnesota. I don't remember seeing one highlight from him last year or anything. I think
That's
he was
fair.
just kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, because everybody was so in shock that the White Sox were not playing well. So
Yeah,
everybody was kind of running with the White Sox. Why are they so bad?
but
Instead of giving props to like the Guardians and Twins and stuff.
yeah, he also he was just under the radar last year. Like he not on a Twins weren't great. I mean, they were, I guess, but they were just there. They didn't really do anything great. I don't know. And
I
he
mean, they,
didn't
they fell
do
apart in the last month of the season
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I think he was just because he was very irrelevant in Minnesota. And that's kind of how
That's fair.
Machado was the first year or two in San Diego before they kind of turned it around too. Because now you're kind of hearing about it's kind of the same thing, I think. But
Machado got MVP votes this year.
no, yeah,
Rightfully
definitely.
so. I'm not trying to
And I think
disrespect
he did in
Americans.
2020. Was that the year he almost won too, I think? I think it was something like that. But yeah, no, I think it was just because he was very irrelevant in Minnesota. And I think the big big market will help him, whether it be the Dodgers or I guess the Cubs, even though they're still kind of not back to the Cubs like we know, but I don't know.
Um,
Um,
quick, Bobby, for you, second part of the question. You signed Garrett Cole from the Astros.
Right.
What was the reception like there? Because wasn't he kind of disliked by the Yankees?
Yeah. But I think it's also different because position player, like he didn't bang the trash cans.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think he was disliked.
He also wasn't on
Okay.
that team either.
He wasn't on 2017. He was on
No,
2019.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but still, I mean, he still did kick the Yankees' asses. So when he was an Astro, I didn't like him, but and
As soon as
probably other
he
Yankee.
shaved the beard, you were fine with him?
Yeah, exactly. He was like, okay, well, this guy's our ace now, and he's gonna help us win. And I think that's
All
the
right.
mindset you need to have if you're a fan base, if you're a smart fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a smart fan, I'm not gonna say a whole fan base, but next shortstop, let's go Xander. Again, this is another one. Like these shortstops, I could see them going all over the place, and I don't know. But real quick, like just to get my pick out there, I'm gonna say he stays in Boston. I think he's been like the unofficial captain for the Red Sox for the past decade, maybe close to that.
Damn, has it been that long?
I think I looked it up. He made his debut in 2013, I'm pretty sure. 2014. But still, it's close to past 10 years. A very underrated player. I think he's loved in Boston, and I think even though it might screw them over, like with him, Devers, and Story, I think he stays there.
I agree, just because it
And that,
seems like it makes sense. There's like loyalty there to a degree. The fact that they didn't trade him at the trade deadline this year, I'd say it's a good sign at least. But it does, like you said, puts them in a weird spot, seeing as they finished like last in their division, or finished last in their division, and along with having Bogarts and Devers and Trevor Story. So,
yeah.
what are you gonna do there? Are you gonna go one of two ways? You gonna dump off all your good players, or are you gonna try and sign some good ones and bring up the young talent? So
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I think he just stays in Boston, though. I'm not confident about it. Like I said, I'm not confident with any of these shortstops, but I don't know. I say he stays in Boston. Melo, what do you think?
In the predictions, I said Cubs. I thought that listen, I think the Cubs, after not really making a huge splash last year, I think they're gonna overpay for somebody. And I think this is it right here. That's why I kind of chose Cubs. But like you said, we have no idea where the hell these guys are going.
Yeah. And then to stay in the shortstops, last one out of the big four, Dansby. Oh man. Braves fans are gonna like me because I hope it's not another Freddie Freeman situation where like a lifelong Brave that ends up leaving in free agency. I think Dansby stays a Brave just to avoid that whole situation again. He's a hometown kid from Georgia. I think Dansby stays for sure. I hope he does. I don't know if I'm thinking more hopeful or I actually think that he stays a Brave, but I'm gonna say he stays a Brave.
I kind of feel like it mostly feels like general public is that he's staying in Atlanta. You don't hear a lot of rumors of him going to other places. It seems like I think I heard Dodgers at one point, but I don't know. I feel like he's staying in Atlanta. The only thing that would be like, well, maybe not, is Braves seem to do a pretty good job of locking up the players they want to stick around. They want to stick around, and they never gave him an extension. Now, true, he did show out this past year compared to some of his previous years. So maybe they just thought, hey, we'll give him a chance, one last chance. But
Yeah,
I don't know. You think they would act as quickly as possible, though, to try and bring him back. But
I know that's why
gotta
I'm
see what the
nervous.
market's like, I guess.
He does deserve to test the market just in the same way as Judge did. Like having obviously they didn't have the same years, but having a career year, like you kind of deserve to see what you could get paid. I think.
Yeah.
Melo, you
I
agree?
said Braves too.
Nice.
Listen, Dodgers can't do that to everybody. Can't bring everybody from the Braves over, but I do think the Dodgers will definitely, if they miss out on Correa, I really think they'll make a hard push. May not sign him, but I think that's plan B.
Okay. Interesting. So moving gears from the shortstops, let's
Thank
kind of do
God.
these two together.
This has been the year of the shortstop the last 2 off seasons.
Yeah. Let's kind of do these two together because it's kind of interesting. Justin Verlander and Jacob deGrom. Kind of in similar-ish situations. Verlander's obviously older, but deGrom's coming off injury riddled years the past couple seasons. We obviously know Verlander just is coming off the best year of his career at age 39. deGrom's the best pitcher in baseball. Who would you guys rather have in 2023, Justin Verlander or Jacob deGrom? Just looking at next year.
Give me DeGrom. I think
Mm,
it's tough, like the whole injury thing, but I I think at the end of the day, I'd rather have him than Verlander, just for even for a year. But I could go either way for sure.
Melo, you want to answer?
Justin Verlander 1000%. I understand. Did we not forget that Justin Verlander just won the Cy Young Award again? Now listen, if I said Dodgers, and I would love Justin Verlander on the Dodgers. Obviously, I would not do it for more than 2 years, but I don't trust DeGrom. He hasn't shown me anything in the last 3 years that he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
But knowing the Dodgers, they'll bring in Verlander, his velocity goes down, and he gets hurt within the first half of the season.
That's how I feel. I put down the Yankees and I feel the same way. But when I mean Justin Verlander's a dog. Like he just seems like he could keep pitching until he's like 45, 45. Like after the year last year, after everything with the Tommy John surgery, all this stuff, doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon. Again, we'll see next year, but I think I would lean Verlander. But the potential of DeGrom when he's healthy, that's why it makes me question it. But
I mean, what
oh,
was that last year? 2 years ago, he had the sub 1 ERA before he got injured.
yeah,
That's insane. But like you said, he hasn't, like Melo said, he hasn't shown us anything to believe he's not going to get injured.
right, exactly. So I don't know. Me and Mello just gave our predictions for Verlander. I'm not too confident about my Yankee pick, but I kind of said that however long ago we had made those predictions. Now I don't know. The Dodgers, I
Back to
guess.
Houston.
I guess back to Houston. I don't know. But is that what you think, Matt?
Yeah, that's my guess. It's sort of a Judge situation. It's scaled down a little bit. Like you just won as the best pitcher in the league. The team that you won with is gonna try and run it back with you. Clearly they know how. Either I don't know if he rehabbed with the team or not, but they had to do something in that process. So clearly they know how to take care of him. And seems like he's liked it there. He just won a World Series there, so you think he might want to stick around.
And he's won 2 World Series. He was there in 17 too with them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he didn't do anything for that one, but yeah.
but
Jock Peterson took him deep a couple times.
no, but
Mm.
still, just being a part of that, and he's kind of reinvented his career in Houston too, so that's why I think like he might just stay loyal to them. Yeah, I don't know. What about DeGrom? I think we all have the same. Yeah, we all have the same predictions here.
KBO.
Imagine that would be awesome if some huge free agent was like, nah, you know what? I'm not gonna get money. I'm not gonna stay in the U.S. I'm gonna go in the KBO and get like a couple million. That'd be awesome.
create my legacy over there.
That'd be great. And hit like 85 home runs or
Become the
have a
greatest of all time over there.
That'd be awesome. I would respect that. But with DeGrom to the Rangers, everyone's saying it, but like, yeah, I'm gonna hop on that train too. Rangers have money to spend. They have young talent. Obviously have Seager, Semien. I think they could be good if they make the right moves this offseason.
I mean, and they wanted to bring Kershaw, and that didn't happen either
No,
of the
sir.
last. Was that last year?
Yeah.
Last year was it last year that they? Yeah. So didn't happen either time, and they, like Bobby just said, they got money to spend, and they showed last offseason that they are not afraid to spend a load of money. So it would not surprise me in the least if he got what 3, 4, 5 year deal.
I would say 4 max.
4.
I don't think he gets more than 4. But who
Give
knows?
him an
Maybe
extra
someone
year to
overpays.
entice
Yeah,
him.
exactly. Yeah. It's kind
Makes
of a
sense.
boring pick, but I'm gonna say, but I guess the Rangers feel like it's kind of boring,
Isn't
but
it kind of though just between Rangers and Mets from
ah,
general understanding? Is there other teams interested?
Braves. I've
Oh
heard
yeah, I've heard
Dodger.
Braves.
I've heard Dodgers too, like interested. Again, I don't believe anything, but I've heard a bunch of different stuff. Rays. I've heard about that too.
No.
Yeah, I swear I have.
Oh yeah, the Rays are in on everybody. Yep.
Yeah. No, but I don't know.
I mean, the Rangers, it makes sense. Listen, you got to bring people to the ballpark somehow.
Uh,
And even with Seager and Simeon, still wasn't doing it.
No. Yeah.
So
So yeah, those two older pitchers, a younger starting pitcher, Carlos Rodon, coming off a fantastic season with the Giants. Melo, what do you with you praying, what does that mean?
please, I want Carlos Rodon. I think he's probably like the top. I want to say maybe 1A, 1B that I want to see in a Dodger uniform next year. I would
Really?
love Carlos. Yes,
Interesting.
I would love Carlos Rodon here. I wanted them to trade for him at the deadline. Now, obviously, the Giants weren't going to do us any favors, but and he wasn't available anyways. But I want Rodon. We need another solid left-hander.
Hey,
We have.
left.
I know we have Julio Urias, and he's kind of like the ace now. You know, we have Kershaw back, but like I said, he's not.
You
He's not
won't
gonna.
have Bueller,
Yeah, we're not gonna have Bueller next year.
and you lost Tyler Anderson to the Angels, so
Yep.
you got to replace that somehow. I think he goes to the Mets. Again, it kind of ties into the whole DeGrom leaving the Mets thing, but I think Cohen is gonna realize that they need, or obviously they do need to bolster up their starting rotation if DeGrom leaves. Rodon is the second or third best option, or second best option behind DeGrom, other than Verlander. Out on the market, I think they give him a bag.
Hey, it makes sense. And like you said, Uncle Steve, he's willing to pay a lot of money too. So, but there's a lot of teams that seem like they're interested in Rodon. So, like the Phillies were mentioned. I don't think that'll happen if they get a shortstop, but if they don't get a shortstop, I'd say it's a possibility. I see the Cubs here. I see the Cubs making another big splash. He pitched in Chicago. I believe I heard that he enjoyed Chicago, like the city in general. Um, it would make sense to me, but there's so many teams that are interested in him that it would not surprise me to any of our predictions or throw the Phillies back to the Giants as a possibility, I guess. The Rangers, if they don't get DeGrom, I've heard they could be interested in him. He
Yeah,
kind of seems like a consolation prize, as sucky as it is to him, but
yeah.
He's like, hey, I didn't get the hot girlfriend, but I'll settle for this other chick I've been talking to.
Yeah, I don't know. He's an interesting one because he's probably not gonna go until Verlander and or DeGrom get off the board because he's that tier below them. But it's kind of like how good transition about how like Brandon Nimmo and Benintendi, they're each kind of obviously the tier below Judge. If teams are well, not really actually, because no one else is really in on Judge. But I don't Brandon Nimmo, they're interesting. And what do you guys think? Who do you want to talk about first? Nimmo, Benintendi? I mean, they're both very similar players. Outfielder, Nimmo's center fielder, Benintendi, more of a left fielder.
Both left-handed.
Exactly. Both left-handed. I think we'll start Benintendi. I think he goes to the Blue Jays. And I think, oh yeah, we all have that too. Sorry to
Yep.
spoil your picks, but sorry to spoil it. But obviously they traded Teoscar Hernandez.
Yep.
That was a huge move. But
And
obviously that was them opening up a left-handed spot.
exactly. Name a left-handed batter on the Blue Jays right now.
Yeah. They,
Yeah. So
Remiel Tapia.
he's a free agent, I believe. So
Okay, well then there you go.
they need a
But
left-handed bat, and it makes sense.
yeah, exactly. But Blue Jay, anything else on the Blue Jays, Melo?
Yeah,
Stuff?
we all said the Blue Jays, but listen, if the Dodgers are just gonna let Cody Bellinger walk, I wouldn't mind having Benintendi.
Yeah, and same thing with the Yankees too. They need an outfielder, and obviously Benintendi. That's going to be a forgotten player for the Yankees a few years from now. That he played for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Played in what? I don't even know how many games, but a couple years he's definitely going to be forgotten about. But Yankees could use him. A lot of teams are interested in these guys, but we all said Blue Jays, so what about Nimmo now? This one's interesting because again, it's kind of the same market as Benintendi. But
I
yeah, go.
originally had the Mariners as my pick, and this was pre Teoscar trade. So if I'm able, I will revoke that pick
Okay.
and predict him coming back to the Mets. That was my second option, but now it's my first because I think it makes sense there. He's kind of flown under the radar as like a really solid player, like underrated, really good outfielder, really good surprising offensive numbers. And I think he obviously has to like it somewhat in New York. He's been playing so well, so
Yeah.
we like we said, Uncle Steve Cohen, deep pockets. Let me tell you what.
Yeah, no. Or Mello, you go. I'm sorry.
I said the Cardinals. I said the Cardinals just because I think they need some balance in that lineup.
Okay.
So I can see myself. I could see
You being right.
Nimmo. Yeah, that's what I'm
I
trying
see
to say
myself
without
being
saying
right.
it. Yeah, I could see myself being right.
That's
I
funny.
could see it.
Yeah. I also said the Mariners, but you know what? I'm gonna stick with the Mariners. I'm gonna stick with my gut, even though it's probably not right, but I'm just gonna well,
Possible.
Matt, is that change going to count towards our picks? I
Nah.
don't think it should.
No, I don't think so either.
Okay.
Because my
This is
initial
before the
pick
trade.
was
Right. Yeah.
the
Okay.
Mariners.
I
But
just wanted
if
to
he
get
does
the
go to the Mariners, it does count for
right.
me.
Oh, of course.
So, I mean, hey, isn't Mitch Haniger a free agent?
Yes, he is. So they could,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
so
what I was gonna
there's a
say.
possibility.
They could use another outfielder.
Apparently, they didn't
And
like Winker too much.
well,
So
and Kyle Lewis got traded too, so
that's true.
they have obviously that's an upgrade of whatever they have. But I'm gonna stick with the Mariners for the reasons we all just talked about. I'm not gonna repeat it. And I mean, there's no one really else that I really wanted to talk about. Wilson Contreras.
I said Astros.
Well,
I don't know now.
that could well
But
that still could happen. I don't think that's out of the question. I know they like Maldonado back there. I said the Cardinals. I could just
It
they obviously
that would
need
make sense.
a catcher after Yadier Molina retired, going crosstown to the sorry, I just got a Twitter update. I wanted to make sure it was nothing, but it was nothing. It was nothing significant. But I could see the Cardinals obviously need a catcher. I don't know how Cubs fans would feel about Contreras going to with the Cardinals, but that's where I think he ends up.
I kind of went outside the box on this one. I said the Tigers. They don't have really a franchise catcher, and they haven't really for a long time. They need a guy back there as they bring in all these young talents that they kind of struggled in MLB so far. So, and I don't know, I've heard rumors, but then again, what are rumors anyway? So,
And that's a reunion with Javi.
yeah, it would be.
Maybe that's interesting. Yeah, I could see that because they have young talent. They're not. What was their record last year? Were they really, really bad?
I don't think they were really, really bad.
They weren't
They were
competitive.
just really bad.
They were they were 66 and 96. Okay, that's pretty bad. But
not 100 losses. So.
no, yeah. Oh yeah. So congratulations to them.
Good job.
Congratulations to them for the under 100 losses. But they do have young talent.
Miggy leaves, they're gonna need another leader on the team.
Yeah. I think they'll be better than last year for sure.
Yeah.
And especially if they were to get Wilson Contreras, that helps them even more. But I like that. Tigers. Interesting pick. Any other free agents that we really want to talk about? I feel like, no offense to the other ones, but I don't think we really need to talk about anyone else. Anyone? Any?
Trying to look.
I don't really think there's anyone.
Trying to look. Why can't I get the? Oh, here we go. Hot stove tracker. See, is anybody that we missed?
I don't think it's anyone.
I don't think so. No, that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there's other free agents out there, but we just wanted to talk about the notable ones. I'm sure next week we're going to be talking about some moves. Let's end it on. I think there's going to be someone. Let's record the end of the week next week, so Thursday/Friday. What move will be made by then, if any?
Oh boy.
I think Justin Verlander signs next week.
Interesting. I'm gonna stick with my original prediction. I'm gonna say Judge signs by the time we record next week. I'm gonna say Judge signs.
I hate to piggyback off of you, Bobby, but I feel like he has to sign first before the other people. I
Yeah.
would love to say Trey Turner signs before him, but I'm not sure. It seems like he's got a lot of steam going in towards him to the Phillies, but I think Judge will sign before everybody else to
Okay.
just set the market per se.
Perfect. So me and Matt say Judge is gonna sign with the Yankees before next week's episode.
Well.
No, I said Judge to the Yankees before next week's episode. Matt says Judge to the Giants, and Melo says Verlander to the
LA.
Dodgers. Okay. All right. Interesting. So we'll see by next week's episode if some of us are right. And we'll do this every week. We'll pick a prediction every week for the next by the time we record next episode. And that's it.
There we go.
Judge, I expect you to sign with the Yankees on Wednesday.
Please
week from
continue to
today.
milk this, Judge. I like this. Please
Stop.
continue to milk this.
Stop it. No. Sign with the Yankees already.
You got
Get it
Bobby
done.
right in the palm of your hands. He's checking his phone every time he gets a notification.
I'm
Yeah, look at
I'm like
this.
itching. I'm like, come on. Sign already. But yeah. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully there's something to talk about because I don't want to just keep handing out predictions. But anyway,
for real.
see ya.
Adios.